Hey everybody, it's Super Terminus and Friends again. I'm here, as always, I'm Corey Domino. I'm here with Bob Carter.
Hi!
And we're going to be playing Super Mario World and possibly some other games. And we're going to be talking about voice acting. We're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be talking about video games. Anything and everything. So feel free to chat and talk along with us if you're watching now. Or if you're watching later, feel free to message us and talk about things we already talked about.
Sure, let's rehash.
Yeah, something like that.
With a remix version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll remix it later on.
Yeah. A little remix. Yeah, so I guess we should just go ahead and let's start up our Super Mario World game.
Yes.
We'll be starting from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
One player. Yeah, might as well do player. I think we can pass it back and forth.
Okay. Wow, I haven't seen this in forever.
Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again.
Yes.
Old Bowser.
Do you have your joystick? Do you have one or no?
No, it's fine. Because you can only do one at a time anyway with this game.
All right.
Oh, actually.
It is two-player.
It is two.
See?
Uh-oh. Let's see if there's another. Yes. Like, totally Scoob.
Zoinks! Like, hey, Scoob! All right. Mario Start. We're getting... Wow, I haven't played this in forever. Right,
I remember... I still, like... This song is just burned into my memory.
Oh, you're up.
All right. Let's see.
This is awesome. So, Corey, congratulations on the success of Terminus and
Thank you.
All Things Ideas United.
Thank you. Oh, no!
Did you really just do the same thing I did? I was giving you the opportunity to take lead, man. All right, well, now I'm just going to go ahead and win. All right, here we go. This is called domination. Let's see if I still got it.
There you go. So while you're playing, do you think you can
do two things at once?
Yeah, talk about I guess how you kind of got started in doing voice acting and getting into the industry itself.
Absolutely. I got my start in voice acting by playing role-playing games.
Nice.
By making voices for various characters, by making sounds and sound effects when I got to Georgia State with Album 88. And
what kind of sound effects would you make for Georgia State? I'm guessing it was for the radio station?
Absolutely, Album 88, 88.5, the 100,000 watt student voice of Georgia State. Doggone it. All right, let's see here. So really? I could have sworn that was it. Nope, I guess not. Boom, 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 boom. So I would make all kinds of different sound effects. Of course, imitating my favorite characters from TV and film, right? So everything from Conan, what is best in life? Right? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. That is good. That is good. But when it came to Georgia State, you have Album 88, which is the 100,000 watt student voice of Georgia State University, and you always had all these different specialty shows that you could come up with. And if you had a really cool idea for, first of all, you're going to discover all different types of music. And so if you have an idea for, let's say, a sci-fi show, which we did, then we could put that together. If you have an idea for an international music show, because you like hearing music from other parts of the world, then you can put that together. So we came up with Around the World in 88 Ways with myself, a gentleman by the name of Shakar Oren, who is now the president of Neurotic Media, and he deals with all kinds of different record labels and all these other really cool things. And then my buddy, or my friend Tomomi, and I'm blanking on her last name right now. She's back in Japan right now. But anyway, I mean, she was a Japanese exchange student at Georgia State at the time. You know, we were able to really enjoy ourselves and hear a lot of music from all over the world that we weren't hearing. This is, of course, you know, before the mainstream internet and all that fun stuff. So we really got to enjoy all different types of, like, you know, French rock or Eastern European metal or
now, did album 88 have like a library of music to choose from, or
yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like you would have to go out and find this kind of obscure music.
We did. We had to go out and find that kind of obscure.
Oh, okay,
music.
okay.
I mean, now, at the time, album 88 was alternative before alternative was cool, right? So I mean, it was literally the first rock station in Atlanta. So if you looked back on the wall, they had all kinds of crazy vinyl from like the 70s. I mean, all the underground rock and disco and funk, R&B, and I mean, again, it was independent radio, so you had all different genres of music, you know, especially a lot of the independent labels. It was as pirate radio as you could get without being officially a pirate. But it was definitely original and unique and stylish, and the fact that it was 100,000 watts made it incredibly powerful to listen to. You know, I mean, people all over the state of Georgia and even into Tennessee and Alabama could. Look at you. You remember how to play this game now.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah, it did come back to you. And this is muscle memory for you. Good job. So, with 88, we had not only stuff that was on the wall, which was, again, everything from, like, really cool 80s, new wave, gothic. I mean, I remember seeing, like, the Smiths album, like, the very first Smiths albums, like when they were first released. And of course, you'd have the signatures on there from when the bands would come through, and they were unknowns, you know?
Right.
When Soundgarden and Nirvana and 311 came through, actually my first interview, you know, like having the whole radio career, my first interview in radio was with 311 when they first came to Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
So my rise in broadcasting kind of mirrored 311's. And what's really interesting is, so again, making all these different voices and sounds and things like that, it was just an opportunity to play. Well, nowadays, you can do all these things online, right, through, well, like this, through a Twitch or through a Steam connection or a Mixer connection or any kind of or YouTube, any kind of a video channel or vlog you can do online. That's your chance to play and kind of experiment with media. And so at the time we were doing this, we were able to blend a lot of different genres. So, like, there was this really cool underground hip-hop show called The Bomb, and they had some of the most amazing underground artists at the time that would come through. Everything from, like, Cypress Hill to, oh my gosh, I mean, I'm thinking everything from, like, KRS-One and old school guys to, like, really underground people that I didn't even know. But you'd have this hip-hop show, and then you go back into, like, regular alternative rock rotation, which was too hard. I mean, like, that was like a train wreck, right? So I started playing a lot of my favorite music at the time, which was a lot of techno and EDM.
Nice.
So I would play everything from, like, Orbital, Chemical Brothers, The Prodigy, Fatboy Slim, a lot of that stuff that was underground at the time. And then one night I ended up leaving I left the levels up for the hip-hop show. And so Wiz, who was the resident DJ, started spinning over that. Well, we had this new sound that was just, you know, at the time, it was like the first crossover. You know, it was the first mashup between hip-hop and EDM, right? So, like, imagine Prodigy with, you know, like, scratches over it and everything, you know, and so, of course, that happens now and everybody remixes everything. But that was it back then. We were the ones that did it. So
you guys invented dubstep.
Yes, we actually did. It was a blend of Orbital meets Far Side. So, yeah, I mean, stuff like that. So anyway, just like being able to experiment and come up with different sounds and sound effects and things like that eventually led to careers for all of us. It's really cool. Like, one of my buddies, Alan Moore, is now a writer over at Cartoon Network.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then
not the Alan Moore, I'm guessing.
No, not the writer of the Watchmen or anything like that. But
Pretty
Alan
sure
Moore,
he's not writing for Cartoon Network.
no, but the other Alan Moore is writing for Cartoon Network.
Nice.
And like Jez DeWolf, she's over there now. Doing promotions and stuff like that, but we've got people that are in media all over the country that came from Album 88, that came from The Signal, that came from GSTV, right, Georgia State Television. So it was a fantastic opportunity to really learn and play, which is kind of what you can do now on, Switch like this.
Yeah, exactly. And as I've been doing this, I've totally been thinking of it as like cable access more so than just streaming games. It's a platform to put yourself out there.
Exactly, and to communicate some message. Now the question is, what message do you want to communicate, right? Do you just want to talk about for some people it's makeup, right? For some people it's makeup and special effects, and I mean there are some people who are doing amazing, incredible special effects that post up on YouTube. For others, it's merchandising, I mean, it's all the toys and the action figures and the merchandising and the walkthroughs and the breakdowns, or it could be political stuff, if you're watching Young Turks, or if you're watching, I'm not going to mention anybody else, but it could be totally political. I mean, it's whatever your message is that you want to state. If it's going to be astronomical or astrological or martial arts, or the cool thing about YouTube is that whatever you want to find, you can pretty much find it now on YouTube. And especially if you don't live in a major city somewhere.
You're gonna take some of our lives?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh my god, I forgot how to do this. Wait, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Give me back. Okay, there we go.
You hit
There.
select.
Yes.
Maybe? Start.
There we go. And so the really cool thing is that, like for people that live far away from civilization, they're able to teach themselves how to break dance now, or teach themselves martial arts, or that's always cool when you see like what is it? So you think you can dance, and these people are from like Podunk, Alaska, and you're not sure what they're going to bring to the table, but then they're like like they're pop locking and their breaks, like all their ability. What do you call it? Like the animation is just, top notch, top tier. It's incredible.
Yeah, but before you had to like apprentice under someone to get certain skills.
Yes. Yeah.
Or maybe go to the library if there's a book on it, if someone wrote a book on it. But now it's like there's no excuse to learn just about anything.
Yeah. So now, and actually that's a really cool superpower, right? If you could watch somebody do something and then learn from them, that's a really cool thing that you can do. So you can watch people do everything from dancing to martial arts to trade skills, or all those survival skills and things like that. And then you can practice those, reproduce those. You can teach yourself engineering. So I mean, as far as that goes, there's all kinds of really cool things. And then of course, there's all the time waster things that you can go on YouTube and watch, right?
Yeah.
Oh, honest trailers, how much I love you.
Yeah,
Right?
I've been, there's this thing, it's actually, I found it through a subreddit, but it's good, it links to YouTube stuff. It's called YouTube Haikus.
Oh.
And it's basically like videos that are under 15 seconds, I believe, are the haikus. And then they call poems like ones that are under a minute. And most of them are just like YouTube poop remixes of different things, very kind of low effort stuff, but it's it's memes, it's repeatable, it's almost like another language in a way. Once you kind of learn the tropes of it, learn the grammar, you can appreciate it on whatever level. Yeah,
well, I'm loving a lot of these fan videos now that are coming out that they're actually as good as movies and TV shows. Like a lot of the parody videos and memes of like Collider. Anything having to do with parkour and Assassin's Creed is usually going to get my attention. And of course, Street Fighter. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
We're going to talk, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. But I love that these new studios are coming out and they're doing their own thing, and they're making a niche for themselves. Yeah. Right, with high quality videos, real production, real choreography, real stunt choreography, good writing, and really funny, interesting concepts. Yeah. And so, I love YouTube, dude.
And even looking at like Campus Movie Fest videos and going back to Terminus, I've noticed over the past couple of years the quality has gotten much better, and I think it's because not only can you find that stuff on YouTube, but the technology, the camera
Yes.
equipment is getting cheaper too.
Camera equipment is getting cheaper, and also the tutorials are there. They're much easier for people to find. So in some ways, technology is hurting us, but in some ways, it's totally helping us.
It's, you know, you can't say technology is inherently evil
No,
or
not
inherently
at all.
good. It's
Not at all.
you know,
It's
how you use it.
So actually, let's talk about the fact that you guys just had what, 1,000 submissions.
Oh yeah, for the
we talk about
PlayStation
that?
Emerging Filmmakers. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got 1,000 submissions. I can't remember if we talked about it on this already, but it's fine.
No, we haven't talked about it, but we were talking before we
Right.
went on the air. So.
Oh, also, do you want to keep?
Oh yeah, I'm
doing
sorry.
this?
Of course. Sorry guys.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
come on, man.
Dead
You're boring
air.
to look at.
Is this?
Oh,
Has this been going?
I don't know.
Oh, okay,
there we
it
go.
has been. Yeah, so we got over 1,000 submissions for the PlayStation Emerging Filmmakers program. Right now, they're in some folks, or the people who pitched are in LA now, doing workshops and
Yeah.
getting advice for pitching their series, and then they're actually going to pitch it. So that's happening right now. So hopefully pretty soon we'll know who the top 5 are that are actually going to get produced.
Very exciting. Some exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Switch Palace. The power of the switch you have pushed will turn blank squares into exclamation squares. Your progress will also be saved. All right. Continue and save.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're up. Get yours. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. You know, my wife wanted to play this game, so that's why we're playing Mario World, and it's unfortunate that she's not here tonight, but it is exciting to see this because
shoot.
I haven't.
Darn it.
Yes. I revel in your suffering because you're better at this game than I am.
Oops. Controller's a little
It's
weird.
okay.
All right.
It's okay. While you're playing this game, though, I was crushing people in Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I was wrecking lives, wreaking havoc, and then to actually become the voice is even better.
Oh yeah, that's great to be a fan, and then
Oh yeah,
to like parlay into it.
oh yeah, totally. As a matter of fact, my first paycheck for my first job, my first entire paycheck was blown on Mortal Kombat at the bowling alley when I first heard it. I remember bowling with my buddies, and as we were getting our shoes, you know, from the front desk, I heard this, "Come here!" Who's that? Oh my gosh! Get over here! I was like, what is that? And then I saw this game, and it was just the most hyper-realistic, violent, amazing experience that I had ever seen. And I was like, what? And then, of course, you see, you know, the fatalities, but of course, Scorpion throwing his spiked chain across and just terrifying and terrorizing everybody. And then, of course, Raiden, which was my favorite at the time, right? I mastered the teleport 100 hand hit. And then I also mastered Scorpion's chain spike to yank him over, do the uppercut, and then teleport over.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that was really good, dude. Yeah, really good.
I've probably played this specific level
sure.
dozens of times.
Dude, more than dozens, hundreds. Really. I mean, this is your wheelhouse. This
Yeah.
was your sweet spot of what, between like 10 and 14?
Yeah, this came out in 1990, technically. I was probably playing it in like 93, 94.
Yeah, that's
Started
right.
playing it. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, this is
that-
your sweet spot.
This is totally, I totally grew up playing this.
Yeah.
Like it's just embedded in my head.
Again,
It's just
absolutely.
whether I want it to be or not,
I understand.
it's just up there.
Yes. These are part of your core memories. So, all right. It's,
Engendered a love of 8-bit music.
yes, it has.
I didn't realize how much I used to do that all the time too. You just hit one button wrong and you have to go all the way back.
Let's try that again. There we go. Let's see if I can even remember this.
Oh, you didn't want to do the next level?
I don't believe I did that. That's okay. I'm gonna talk while I watch you play this.
All right.
It's all good. So, yeah. Let's see. As far as video games go, things are going really good. Obviously, I just recorded, or I didn't just record it, but the fact that I recorded the Iron Guard for Destiny 2 here in Atlanta.
Oh, right.
That was pretty exciting, and I can talk about it now. So.
Oh, nice. Now that it's out.
Yes.
So, what's the deal with that? Now that you can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Iron Guard, which they're basically the monsters that you're fighting and that cause you pain and suffering until you end up improving in your ability to defeat them. The cool part is that I made that connection through the Georgia Game Developers Association, which they've done some things with you guys, but more importantly, they're doing a lot of things to just build up the industry here in Georgia, and it's fantastic because there really is a great gaming industry here in Georgia. The past 5 years, it's gone from 28 gaming companies to 128 or 118, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so we've got some big productions here. There's High Res Studios. Let's see, Brawlhalla. Of course, Smite. That's High Res and it's Smite and Paladins, but I'm the voice of Odin in Smite.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah. So that was through getting connected with Chris Rickwood, who's an amazing sound designer, and he's worked on everything, literally everything under the sun. But the fact that he lives in Swanee is really extraordinary. And then the Georgia Game Developers Association, they're doing everything they can to educate people and promote gaming and promote game development, and also make a community. And anytime you're making a community, that's when good things are happening. That's when I've actually done the best in terms of finding work, is by networking with people and by, again, hanging out, doing things like this,
Yeah.
We've talked because of Terminus, right? That's how we got connected.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
Terminus
saw your workshop. I was sitting in on the workshop, and I was like, "Oh, these people sound awesome, and I want to do that."
Yes, exactly. So, as a matter of fact, you came and you took our workshop. So, for people that don't know, hi, my name is Bob Carter, and I'm one half of the owners of the Neighborhood Studio, where we help aspiring creatives become working creatives. And so we provide a safe, fun, and creative environment to help people explore, discover their abilities, and really help them develop their talents. And so we've got an entire studio, neighborhoodstudioatlanta.com, neighborhoodstudioatlanta.com, where we help people develop this. It's a combination teaching and production studio. So we're a working studio. But you actually came and took some of our workshops and took some of our workouts. What did you think? Did you like it?
I loved it because I've wanted to do voice acting like forever, like from playing video games and doing, because I would do the same thing, like playing Link to Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Hearing Link do his hat set, yeah. Like I just I love just like those little incidental voices.
Oh yes.
Or just even like the Yoshi stuff. Just very imitatable.
Yeah. Well, those nonverbals are very important, and also they'll be even more important in the years to come, because remember how I said those 128 companies here in Georgia they're booming, and so they're developing everything from like casual app games, that are free to play to start with, to real AAA games. But the more you can make good quality, just incidental sounds, the more that translates to global success, right? Because that way people in South Korea can play it and not feel alienated, or people in India can play it, or people in South Africa or Poland or Latvia. Obviously, you can go global with this stuff, right? Once it gets uploaded into the system, into the clouds, it can go global. And when you have a game that just has certain sounds, like let's say you're some mocking pigs who are making fun of birds every time they miss, right?
Right.
Or you're the birds and you get angry and you make those sounds. That's $1 billion industry. But sound, it's so important to a video game. And so when you can add that element, number one, it makes a quote unquote cheap looking game sound real and sound better, and it makes it much more. It just adds another dimension to it. It makes it exponentially more a higher quality. So all those sounds that you were able to make,
Yeah.
and you make them very well, by the way. I was very impressed when you came in and we worked out. You have real ability. You do have talent.
Thank you.
So you absolutely can be a successful voice actor. When you were able to do that, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, dead air.
Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it's interesting that it's almost because another game that I would play a lot and imitate a lot was Banjo-Kazooie, and they would have the like because they couldn't do voice acting at the time, and so like was like the Kazooie one, and Hilda the Witch was oh, there you go, like so like it's interesting that it's going back to that kind of thing where to make it more universal, you don't want actual people you don't want people talking in a certain language because that would limit the international. That's it's interesting.
I am sucking at this game. I can't believe how bad I've gotten at it. The sad part is, I know that's okay. Now that was not me. That was the joystick.
Yeah, that's a GameStop brand joystick, so it's a little wonky.
There we go.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Don't forget your run button.
Yes. There we go. Nope.
I think it's the
trigger.
X. No, it's not. It's that button. Hold that down while you're running. There you go.
There we go. It's painful.
Gets a lot more squirrely though after you do that.
Yes. All right, you're up.
All right.
Well, I will talk about one thing I can do well. That is run a game.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're going to break it out tonight. We're talking about something that I did do well last night, and that is I ran a game for my group.
Should specify.
Yes,
like
I ran
D&D.
a D&D game. yeah, that's right. I can run a game. Oh yeah. This one's for all the ladies. No, I'm running a very successful 5th edition campaign based on the Forgotten Realms, and you're crushing this. We have been, for those who know D&D, we've been in the Forgotten Realms in Thay, because most games are not based in Thay, which is the land of the undead. So it's very ominous. It's got an almost Walking Dead feel to it. But Thay is really interesting because you've got these undead rulers that control the kingdom. And so they've been around for centuries. And so imagine if your rulers are undead and their nearest neighbors are elves who live practically forever as well, and they're enemies. So you've got these two immortal powers that are facing off against one another, and you've got this very uneasy, not even a truce, it's a Cold War. That's really what it is. And the problem is, when you've got a realm that's controlled by the undead, death is not the worst thing that can happen to you, because in Thay, they'll kill you and then they'll bring you back as undead,
right,
and make you suffer for all eternity, or they'll kill you, bring you back as human, and then let undead feast upon you, a la Walking Dead, which is, just blah. So, yeah, there are some adult situations that happen, and it's really grim and terrifying. But we've got a really good group of people at my table. So I've been running this campaign, and we've been in the Doom Vault, which that in and of itself sounds really cool, right? The Doom Vault.
That's where they keep all their doom.
Yes,
it's right
there. The Vault of Doom. And I've had my players doing what they can to find the phylacteries of this lich by the name of Tarul Var, and they're going to destroy him. Well, last night they finally did. It took them 13 levels.
Oh, geez.
But they finally destroyed this lich, and I made them work for it. Now, I don't just do the usual D&D thing where it's all dice and paper. I enjoy a blend of Survivor meets Double Dare meets D&D. So I'll have my players, I'll give them bonuses, like last night, if they put on a temporary tattoo, I'll give them like a +2 stat, give them +2 to their stat points somewhere.
Nice.
If they put it on their head. If they put the tattoo somewhere on their head or their face, I give them a +2. If they put it somewhere on their body, they get a +1 because it's a temporary tattoo. But what they don't realize is that it's really hard to scrub those off because they're cheap.
What were some of the tattoos? Were they like cutesy,
actually,
or were they?
Sometimes they are cutesy. Like in the past, because I've got kids, I've had like My Little Pony tattoos that are really hilarious, and the Disney princesses are hysterical. Now those last night happened to be some really cool tribal tattoos, but still, I made them put them in interesting places. But in
like Tyson.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Somebody, yeah. So like, one person, her name is Marissa. She's a high elf, Tatharel, ended up with this great spoke wheel, like a, it's almost like a dream catcher that looked like on her cheek. She's a druid, so it worked out very nicely. Although I have to say, this guy George, we'll call him George Ogre. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met, and not only did he put one on his neck, but he made a tramp stamp. And then he twerked for it.
Nice. So would you give him like multiple bonuses, like more tattoos, more bonuses, or just cover their whole?
I limited that one just because I knew that they'd have other opportunities in the game. But in addition to that, I like to get things that really challenge them, like the people and their creativity, because I know that these guys are like, I've got males and females. So these people are really talented and really creative, and some of them are extremely good at puzzles. And when I say extremely good at puzzles, I mean I give them puzzles that they have to do, like 24 or 48 piece puzzles, and they have to do them upside down. Like you can't look at the pictures.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I mean I really I challenge my players, right? But they can do it, and that's the thing. Like last night, there's this 3D money bank maze kind of thing that I wrote this really cool. What was it? By thy true name, and then whatever the Baelor's name was, I bind thee. I wrote that on a scratch piece of paper. Then I used the Barazod font for D&D, translated that, and then at the bottom I said Barazod script for the Infernal Codex or something like that, right? That was the key. That's it. Like that's all they had to figure it out.
God.
This guy Lance not only had to figure out the 3D money maze, right? You have to get this little ball through this 3-dimensional maze and move it around so that you can access the vault and then pull the paper out. But then he had to translate the paper before this Baelor that got summoned kills them all.
Oh, jeez.
And meanwhile, the others have to keep him alive long enough to do it.
Ah, okay.
And, yeah, so again, they're fighting a Baelor, they're fighting shadows, which every time the shadows hit, it's going to make the entire party's strength go down. And if your strength goes to 0, you die and you become a shadow. Now, I've got a party of 8. And I mean, like 8 players. So I mean, they're all established now. They're powerful. So I was not holding back last night at all. I was out to kill some players, or kill some characters, I should say. To put that fear.
Well, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. So when your fighter gets down into the single digits and like, oh, I'm sorry, it's me again, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. So anyway, when your fighter gets down to the single digits of all right, when he gets down in the single digits. When your fighter gets down to the single digits of strength, he is cursing you.
Right, yeah.
He's cursing you as a DM. But
you've messed with his bread and butter.
Exactly. But I have also made it a compelling, challenging game. And, all right, let's try this.
Yeah, those players are never going to forget
that
kind of thing.
Exactly. And then in addition to that, oh, are you kidding me? There you go. It's your turn. You're up. Your turn.
All right. I'll knock out this castle.
Yeah, you do that in no time. So once Lance figured out the right way to translate the script, which would give him the true name of the demon, and then he could banish it. I mean, he got down to where he was in I think he had 9 hit points, and by the time it got around the table again, if it got to the Baelor again, the Baelor was going to kill his character because it had already got him in the whip. And it had pulled him close, so he had a fire aura that was going to burn him, plus all the damage that the Baelor could do. And he was down to 9 hit points. So it was literally translate this codex or die. And he did it in the nick of time.
Oh, wow.
And it was incredible. I mean, in terms of crunch time, he was feeling the pressure. Then it took 3 different phylacteries that the group had been seeking throughout the dungeon, which they had finally found, and then they got to this the Lich's demi-plane to be able to conduct a ritual to destroy the phylacteries. So in the conducting of the ritual, that's where they had to solve these puzzles upside down. While 3 of them had to solve these puzzles upside down, while the others in the group kept the shadows off of them and tried to keep them alive long enough to do it. And so again, you've got everybody that's already weakened, they're already hurt, they're already exhausted, and they've got to fight to stay alive. And you know, we had somebody go down below 0, but thankfully the cleric was right there the very next action to heal him up. And so, they brought their A game last night. It was incredible. Not to mention the fact that they officially, legitimately destroyed a lich in his lair, including all the legendary lair actions that liches get and all this other stuff. So it was a very cool experience. In all my years of running games and playing games, I've never been able to actually officially destroy a lich. You know, you might like kill a lich and know that he's going to come back some days later and rematerialize. But they did it. Like, they beat him down. They they made him dematerialize.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then, like, when they were in his lair, they were able to find the phylacteries and then destroy them officially. So they have officially defeated one of the Zulkirs of Thay. Which, if you know the story of Thay, it's fascinating history. If you don't, totally Google Forgotten Realms. Start in the histories of like 3.5 and read, because you get volumes and volumes and volumes. There's as much material there as like Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, and all the books, all the novels, like the Drist books and all that.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. But we're in 5th edition right now, and so Dead in Thay is where you can find the Doom Vault, and it's just this amazing, beautiful, epic vault. It's really good. So now we're going to shift gears, and I'm going to let them be pirates for a while, and totally attack the commerce of Thay and try to, have some fun doing that sort of thing. And we'll see what comes up. But professionally, since we're obviously talking about Terminus and stuff like that, professionally, what's coming up for you guys in the next couple of months?
As far as Terminus goes, I don't know. I mean, we don't really. I mean, the thing is we don't really. There's not really much going on between the actual events. Most of it's just planning for the events and going to.
Based on the panel that you met us at, that you met September and me at. Remember how we were on the panel with Paul Jenkins? All right, well, we're going to do something with Paul. I'm very excited about that. So Terminus was very successful for us.
Oh, nice.
As a matter of fact, I also need to thank you because I'm working on my video game now because I met a writer at Terminus. Her name is Stephanie Roman. She does Roman games.
Oh, okay.
And she's a great writer, and she also does some work with Emery as well. But because of the introduction at Terminus, she's helping me with the development, the actual development of the video game that I'm working on. And so I pitched that to some of the guys, some real game developers, and they liked it. But they were like, "Okay, now it's time to put pen to paper and do the whole business development thing, and get real." And thankfully, I met Stephanie at at Terminus, and so that's going well. That's a different aspect of business. And then we're working on this other project with Paul that we're going to try to do, and so that's very exciting.
That's awesome. Well, it's good to hear that you actually got.
We got business. We're getting business, and we got business. So yes, so that's great.
It's possible to do it, Terminus. Everyone come out to Terminus.
Yes, it is. Honestly, we had a great time. Terminus was fun. The movies are incredible. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of up-and-coming talent.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. That's really exciting.
We were actually tabling at Dragon Con and, telling people about Terminus. And it was easy because it's legitimately a good... I didn't feel like I was, trying to trick anyone into, giving us their email for a newsletter. I was, telling them, this is really... It's not just because I work for it. I really genuinely enjoy this conference. It's really great.
I started volunteering in 2016, and that's how I got involved. And it was something that I just like heard about, decided to volunteer for as just admissions, and then by the next year got a lot more involved.
Yeah, so sounds.
I'm really happy to hear that you were able to make connections as professionals.
Yes, we were.
It's not just about like the student aspect and all that. It's also about getting a lot of creative people in the same room and seeing what they can do and what relationships they can build.
I've never seen or like sat in on a panel that I didn't think was interesting or worthy in some way. Like there's no, I haven't seen any fluff panels or anything there. And I've edited quite a few over the years between Terminus and CMF Hollywood, which was what it was beforehand. And yeah, we're able to do it at the last minute sometimes, but we're able to scare up some really good panelists.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed every panel that I saw while I was there, and like I said, being able to make business happen was fan-freaking-tastic. So loved that. Yeah, I'm very excited about what's coming up over the next few months as a result of it. And when we do have our video game released, I'm very excited to come back and do this again.
Yeah, come play it.
That's going to be a lot more fun for me.
Well, next week we're going to have Kartik, Keeney, and Eric Cook, who actually won Best Game at Terminus. They're going to be playing Twin Cop.
Oh, that's perfect.
Next week. So.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, it will.
I wanted to get a feather. I messed up my opportunity to get a feather. Oh, there he is.
Nice. Oh, very nice.
Oh man. Oh no, my feather! Jeez.
I can't believe how out of practice I am on this game.
I swear I haven't played this in.
Whatever.
There now.
No,
I
I totally believe you. I totally believe you. You want to put in Halo or something like that?
Yeah. Let's switch back to the cam real quick. So we can actually. So I've got these games we can play. Got a couple NES games.
Contra! Let's do Contra.
Yeah, let's do Contra. I love Contra. Oh, talk about a... Oh, I think we were playing this earlier. Let's restart it.
Yes.
Up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
AB, start select.
Oops. Oh no, I did the one player. Shoot.
All right, you can do it. Up, down, left, right. AB, start select.
Oh, except it keeps doing... Oh, well. Heck with this. We'll just do that.
Yeah, we'll just play it.
Oh, it did it, though.
Oh, good. All right. There you go.
There we go. I get all that. I don't know.
Did you get the code?
Probably not, but it's fine.
Okay. All right.
You don't need no stinking codes.
That's true.
I only put that in there because apparently Americans are really bad at video games. The Japanese version doesn't have codes like that. Ow!
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I forgot that if you jump while you're down, hold down, you go through. Oh my god. Okay, we got it.
Arr.
No! Game over already. Steal one of your lives.
Get that one.
Oh my god!
Right, well, that's one way to get it.
I'll just let you do it for a while.
Arr. All right. We were talking about something. What were we talking about?
How great Terminus was.
Yes.
But we can stop self-congratulating a little bit. Though I do appreciate it. That is we really
Let's do it.
Like hearing how great it is. Oh,
continue.
You might need to do it because you're on the first controller.
All right.
Might be the start button.
That would be the start button. Duh. All right.
So I guess since we're kind of talking about when you're at Album 88, what about after that? Like, how did you get involved with? How did you make that transition from doing the radio to doing video games and anime? Cartoons?
So I did radio at 99X back in the day, and then I ended up going out to Dallas. And when I got out to Dallas, and I also did improv comedy. So here in Atlanta, I was really a fan of. Or I don't think I just walked into that. I was a fan of Dad's Garage. Where my invincible spray until I die. Drop.
F gun.
Yes.
I love that.
I know.
That hit sound is.
Yep.
Improv, improv is...
So improv comedy I absolutely recommend for everybody. And then, I forgot about you guys. Oh, you got me.
You saved my life.
I used to be very good at this game.
Ah, no!
Well, you did save mine, so thank you.
I don't remember what R does.
What is it? Like, range?
Maybe. It doesn't seem to, like, change anything.
I think back in the day, you used to make it longer.
What were we talking about?
Yeah,
Improv.
Yeah.
Improv comedy is very important. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I used to and kind of still do. I haven't done it in a while, but do a Star Trek improv.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where we get the suggestion we get is the name of an episode of a fake Star Trek series, and then we put on an episode. We started off with the space final frontier, all that, and really try to make it like an actual episode.
Yeah, very nice. Well, we've got improv yoga going on at the neighborhood.
Oh,
Friday
nice.
nights, yeah. As a matter of fact, that's hosted by Kim Hamilton, who is incredibly talented, very funny. She's like Lucille Ball. She's incredibly hilarious and funny, and then with all that talent, she's amazingly nice and beautiful, and she's just incredible in every way. So, I mean, we got really lucky when she decided to come and join us at the neighborhood. And then also we've got Trevor Garner and Keith Brooks there, who are also very, very talented and skilled actors and stunt choreographers and all-around funny guys. And then, you were doing really well. So, as far as improv comedy goes, I got started with Dad's Garage, but then when I moved to Dallas, I ended up getting together with Section 8 and then eventually Ad-Libs. I don't really know. And then from there, one day Mike McFarland, who was one of the guys at Section 8, invited me to go and do a Walla session at Funimation.
And Walla, for people who might
don't know, is it's background noise and extra voices and things like that. So we ended up recording a bunch of voices. So we recorded a bunch of voices. Oh, you got your gun. Congrats. We recorded a bunch of different voices, and then I got invited back, and I got invited back, and I got invited back. And so the interesting thing is, I always wanted to be the good guy, but with all these different voices that I was doing, it kept bringing me to be the bad guy. And I was like, but I'm a good guy. But I have a deep voice, so that makes me a bad guy. But just because you are a bad guy does not make you a bad guy, right? So, we got it. Very nice.
Oh, snap. Forgot about this part.
I did too.
Oh
man. I'm so glad. All right. Next time I come back, I'm going to be that strong.
Yeah, this gun actually helps a lot.
Hell yeah, it does.
Not like in the line of... Oh, man.
So, every time I would go into the booth, I'd get...
So close.
Yes, you were. So every time I'd go into the booth, I'd get invited back or get invited to try a different audition. And so, I did that. I just died when the wow. So when I did, I started doing a lot of different types of voices, and then they started learning what all I could do, what all I was capable of. And so I was then able to I did not. I jumped over that. So I was then able to start auditioning and getting bigger and bigger roles. And once I did that, this is the game to play when you're trying to have an interview.
I know, right? It's been a fine balance trying to find.
Are you kidding me? No! I just jumped into that one. That was. I appreciate that. So once I started auditioning for these different character roles, because I had a deep voice or I had range, I was able to play and do everything from monsters to little kids to animals and everything in between. Yep. We're gonna do it this time.
Oh no, we only had so many continues? Oh boy.
Alright.
Let's see. Or we could switch games.
Okay, sure.
Whichever.
That's fine. It was fun playing.
Switch back to the... Oh, you're gonna head out.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was... No, that's our... people who don't know, that's our producer, Melissa, who came in through 2 hours of traffic.
Yes.
Just to push some buttons for us.
Very kind of you. Extremely kind of you. All right, so, yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, we got... I think I just have some Super Nintendo stuff.
All good.
Star Fox?
Yeah, let's do Star Fox.
Star Fox, yeah.
So, okay, so, so from
Thank you.
doing anime, obviously doing monster voices, doing all different types of character voices, they started getting an idea of what I could do. And so when the opportunity came, some of the actors that I worked with went out to LA, and then because they knew who I was and they knew what I could do, they gave me the opportunity to audition for them out there. Which is how I ended up getting the chance to become Shao Kahn and Baraka. So all I needed was a chance, and then I ended up auditioning, and then I booked it. And it was an incredible feeling, wow, this is... I didn't realize this did not age well.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't play this.
Yeah, there might be some, since it's an emulator, it might be some issues, because it had that mode 7, that like special graphics chip, it might not quite translate, but yeah. Yeah, I think Star Fox 64 holds up a little better.
Yeah, let's go to the
I don't know if, over here. Lost our producer.
Right.
So we could do more of these.
All right, yeah. Show me what other games we have.
Teenage Mutant Turtles.
Sony PlayStation.
Aladdin,
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
so,
I've only had a few.
So we have to go with Nintendo?
Yeah, or we can switch over to the Xbox, or we have some PlayStation games.
Go Xbox.
I think Halo 3 is in there now.
Really?
I think that might be the only game we have at the moment for it.
That's the only game I need.
So
that's why you buy the Xbox.
Keep talking, because this is probably going to take some doing to switch it over.
In that case, yes. So I ended up going out to California, auditioning for my buddy Taliesin Jaffe, who you might know from Critical Role, and ended up working on Mortal Kombat, and then I also worked with Taliesin with Street Fighter. Worked with him in New Generation Pictures, buddy by the name of Jonathan Klein, who's incredible. I urge everybody to follow him. New Generation Pictures at Twitter, or at New Generation Pictures on Twitter. We had an incredible experience out in LA. It was a lot of fun. And then, when you record 2 of the 3 greatest fighting games of all time, it's an amazing experience. It's a lot of fun. And then, once I was established as a Funimation talent, I could just keep going back and recording. Well, even better was the opportunity to record here in Atlanta without having to go back to Dallas, without having to go to LA, without having to go to New York. So lately, I've worked on different video games where some people might know The Lonely Planet. I'm the astronaut in The Lonely Planet, and that was an interesting game. I was able to record that here. I was also in a great game where where the sound designer was in Sydney, Australia, and the video game company was in Vancouver, Canada. So we were all communicating via Skype. It was a global project.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy when you think about that's the reach that voiceover has, right? It makes the world so much smaller. And so that's pretty cool. It's very exciting.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Oh, she left. Okay.
Yeah.
Game Free Mafia. Message deleted.
Oh, whoops.
So anyway, we had an incredible time, had an amazing experience recording those sessions, and then to be able to do something here in Atlanta, like Fairy Tale Dragon Cry. When that movie came out, my character is Doll, and I'm very excited about being able to record that at the neighborhood, because that's a project that we want to pursue. We want to be able to record more people and record more anime here locally in Atlanta, and to be able to do that and to use the talent pool that's here in our region. That's east of the Mississippi, for instance. That's in Atlanta, in Chattanooga, in Charlotte, in Orlando, even in Birmingham and Huntsville. To be able to record and use all the talent that's around here, just like the film industry has come here to Georgia, and the music industry has been here in Georgia. Well, now the video game industry is coming here, and it's booming. It's getting bigger and better than ever. So it's very exciting, and it's a project that I'm really proud of, because it's the first of several. And I can't talk about the other ones yet, but several. And so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm also looking forward to bringing you in for different projects as well.
I would love to.
In addition to the neighborhood, like I said, we're a teaching and we're also a production studio. So we've got Carter Creative Services. And so, you got to do the things that you have to do the things you want to do. But we want to do commercials and we want to do corporate production. And so that's where we're able to do that from script to screen. I'm working with a great, talented group of people, and our team can put together amazing commercials, amazing corporate presentations, and eventually, once we've got the cash flow coming from that, we're going to do the independent films. We're going to do the independent. Well, I'm already working on a video game, like I mentioned before, with Stephanie Roman, Roman Creative. So to be able to do independent films and television series, and then of course with Amazon and YouTube and Hulu and Netflix, obviously here in Georgia as well, we are really excited to be able to. What's happened?
Oh, there we go. Oh my God.
Good stuff. All right, very nice, very nice.
Set up this thing.
But we're very excited to be able to pull all of that together and take our studio, our little studio that can, to the next level. So it's pretty exciting. Also, Corey, you might not realize this, but there are so many amazing things that are...
Oh, this one.
That one? Okay.
Here, actually,
Sure.
take that one.
Oh.
Yeah, we're already in it. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Campaign.
Yes.
We actually, temporary.
Okay.
We actually, me and the guy that usually does this with me, Dylan, he's temporary. Oh, I'm hitting.
Okay. Let me do it.
Oh my god. Yep, that's
Yes.
fine.
All right.
So we actually just went through. Oh, Dylon, that's his thing. The legendary on the campaign, and we did the
Beat
whole
it.
thing from beginning to end. It took us 2 or 3 sessions
I'm sure.
to actually go through it, but
That's awesome.
we finally did it, and he was mostly carrying me, and we restarted a lot. But
All right, you want to put it on hard instead of
or heroic.
Yep. We'll go heroic.
Yeah.
And I got to remember this. Oh, this is going to be good.
Beep, boop.
This will be exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited about what's coming up.
Oops. Oh man, please tell me we can skip this. Oh man. Okay, we just have to sit through our cutscene.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's okay. We can talk.
Yeah, perfect.
So as far as business goes, I mean, things have been really good.
That's
I mean,
good.
The studio's been open for a year and
Sorry.
4 months now.
Just realized talking about cutscenes, couldn't even see it. Whoops. Sorry. Things just fall apart when Melissa leaves.
Oh, it just means that we need her.
Yeah.
She's essential.
We
She's
did this.
vital.
Yeah, we did this for quite a while without her, and it was
Chaotic.
it was chaotic.
I'm sure
It
it's
was me
chaotic.
just like running up and switching and going and talking to it. And,
Yeah, so like the D&D game that I'm running, we're planning on streaming as well.
oh
And,
right, yeah, you were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, so we're going to stream, and actually we're going to partner up with the Georgia Game Developers Association and have them streaming our game. So that'll be fun. And again, we've got a bunch of good characters. Like the people that are playing my game are hilarious. They're extremely animated. We've got some very talented, attractive people. They just happen to be attractive.
First
But,
squad, you're my scouts.
All right, seriously, come on.
Arbiter, watch the chief's back. Move
Jim?
out, quiet as you can.
Oh yeah. Get to the river for you,
Easy. You can do that.
Bravo team, this is Johnson. You got it.
It's been a while
Fall
since
back
I
to the extraction
played
point. Over.
this, but it's
Roger
still
that.
fun.
Reynolds out.
But since you guys are just finishing on Legendary,
Yeah,
you'll be the
like
one that carries me until I can remember.
yeah, it's.
But I'll be much better at this
I
game.
can't make any promises. I was not super good at Halo.
Halo?
No, I was always a Nintendo guy, so I didn't play
gotcha.
a lot of the Xbox stuff until later.
Johnson, you be advised. Hostiles are on the move.
Put me on Super Smash Brothers. I can clean up.
Say again, Gunny, you're breaking up.
Or Splatoon. Been playing a lot of Splatoon
Okay.
recently. Are you familiar with Splatoon?
Yes, but I haven't been playing much because, well, I'm going to start because my kids are 6, 5, and 4. And so, you know, Daddy can't play games like this.
Right.
Because the flood, or, you know, they tend to be kind of scary.
Right.
So, and of course, I couldn't do it justice. Well, I mean, I couldn't do Mortal Kombat, which was really frustrating. But, oh, they're out.
Yeah, that's one. Speaking of, you know, you're talking about seeing the original one and how like violent that was. If you go back and look at it now, it's nothing. It's so very tame compared to what Mortal Kombat is now. I mean, I've grown up on violent video games, don't get me wrong, but some of the fatalities in the new Mortal Kombat are just...
They're insane.
Yeah, it's...
They're insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. Well, the funny part is...
I remember playing, or like watching my brother play Doom, the original Doom back in the day, and I was so scared of those like bull demons. Nowadays,
Oh yeah.
It's nothing.
Oh.
The traitor! Stop him!
Ah, kamikaze.
Hey,
Luckily, on co-op, we can kind of.
Yeah, we can save each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, checkpoint.
Yep.
Nice.
Stuff like that.
keep it up, sir.
Just cower behind this boulder for a second.
I still see it!
Oh, that hearing the voices remind me. Have you watched any of the new Star Trek yet? Have you?
No,
Heard about
I'm
that?
actually in my. I came here tonight instead of watching the new Star Trek.
Nice.
But I'm catching up on the Orville and Star Trek. I'm very excited about that.
How is the Orville? I haven't watched that yet.
I've heard good things about it, so
Okay.
I'm curious.
I wasn't super thrilled with the trailer when I saw it, but
Yeah.
that could be the kind of thing where like it doesn't translate well in the trailer.
Well, I think it's like Galaxy Quest, so
Mhm.
I'm really curious about it.
I do love Galaxy Quest. That's
Yeah,
one of my favorite. One of my favorite Star Trek movies. I watched like the first episode, but I think it's a two-parter of the new Star Trek, and there's so many Dutch angles in it. It's almost disorienting. Usually that doesn't bother me, but there's some scenes where the actors are straight up like a 45-degree angle in the frame.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like, come on, that's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. I was just glomming on to something, but.
Where did it
What? Did it like drop us in a hole?
go? Yes.
Oh, come on. Oh no, here we go. It's a light. Yeah, there we go.
Good. Good job.
Right.
Bravo Zula. There we go. All right. Oh, watch out for the sniper.
Figure if I jump around, I'll get hit. Oh, nope, that doesn't work like that.
You okay?
Yeah.
Watch out.
Oh. Is there friendly fire in this?
Hard. They're definitely shooting hard there. Oh, he flanked us.
There he is. Ah,
Oh, yeah.
nice. Ah,
Where
no.
Doggone it. All right.
Failed the
let's try that
galaxy.
again. It's okay. Very good. It takes a whole platoon. And mine.
I see the demon!
Let's see. So this little guy.
Oh no! Riveted!
Oh crap! I shouldn't have jumped in.
Oh, sorry. Back. Back now.
No.
Fire in the hole!
Still. Oh, there we go. Oh, what?
Dude, overheated right when I was killing him.
Ah,
Let's do this again.
once more into the breach. Is there any other fun stories you can think of?
There were, but now we're here.
It's a serious business.
Prepare to die!
Nope, not missing. All right. That's what it means to be unheroic.
Wait. Yes! Haha! Definitely. I'm just gonna stay back and snipe. I'm not gonna jump into the battle anymore.
Sorry.
Oh, it's just throw a grenade.
Well, I saw him. I thought I saw.
Oh, snap.
Come on. Oh, dude, they're up north there.
They are the jungle.
Can you see him up right?
Right?
Up below.
Oh shoot, oh shoot. There's someone left too. Oh. Yep. Animals. I slaughtered them like animals. The men, the women. Sorry, making a lot of prequel. Prequel jokes.
I'm hearing you.
Sand, it's everywhere.
Boom.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah, I gotta switch to the battle rifle. Shot.
go. Oh. Alright, we're slowly making our way through this.
Alright, nice. Let's see, what else is going on? We've got lots of good things, really. Oh, there's an attractor. There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Get out!
There we go. Ooh, maybe a needler. That might be fun.
Team up and bring you down!
Where are you? Where's this guy?
Oh,
Yes. Oh! Did you do that?
no, I don't think.
Okay. Wasn't able to grenade. Alright.
I found you, demon!
Come on. Oh, jeez. They got me pinned down.
Yeah, they did.
He flees, let him
Let's
go!
needle them.
I didn't sign up for this!
He like spawned right on top of me. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Got it? There we go.
Pelicans are en route, Chief, but I can't raise Bravo. You find them, get them to the extraction point.
Let's see.
Which way?
No idea.
I think this way.
This way. This looks like the map is kind of funneling in that way. I think this is where we came from.
This way?
I think so. Though I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
came
you're
in
right.
here. And
Gotta go the other way.
then...
This is a shame. These guys just memorized.
Yeah, and spent your life building your career. You could have
Yep.
Just been playing video games the whole time.
Master the video games. What was I thinking?
Could have been playing video games instead of being in them.
All right, that's a good trade.
Let's see.
Not the
Is
right way.
anything fun? Want to do? Want to like show off some voices or something? I'm trying to think of like something, just anything to like talk about while we're doing this, so it's not just us like, oh shoot, come on.
Oh, sure. We can. Let's see. We can talk about. Let's see. What projects can we talk about?
You have to jump up here, I think.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, jeez. This is...
Pretty
See,
sure
they
not.
didn't have to kill us. We'd just be trapped in our own
Yes.
existential nightmare. Oh, wait, there's like a checkpoint over there.
Yep. There we go. Getting closer.
Let me go through this. Wait. Nope.
I'm there. I'm there.
Oh, there you are. It'll probably transport me after a while. Jeez, how did you get so bad at this. Wait up. Come on, guys. Wait for me.
Are you up here yet?
No. Oh, I see. I see what's happening now. Past those guys we killed. There we are. I think that happened last time we played too. Here we go.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, where'd you come from? Behind me. Get him.
Oh shoot! I was looking at guns too. Oh god! Oh my god! Wow.
Fuck good.
Where? Oh, there we go. Keep bleeding my own blood.
Got him.
Yep. Did you sticky bomb that guy? Nice.
There's the arbiter.
I'm helping.
Don't move.
Kamikaze. Hello. Alright, where are they?
Where's that? There it is. Grenade launcher.
Alright, let's see. So we were talking about...
Oh, God.
Hello, Cortana.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
Let's see, what are we talking about? Talking about looking for new talent to come in, because I've got some projects coming up where I'm going to be using the talent pool that I've been training and teaching. So I'll be calling you up in a month or two.
Well, I would love to be a resource.
Good job.
Chief, Pelicans are at the river.
Notice how natural that
We
was.
got company, so hustle up.
Very proud of
I've
you.
been using that.
Good,
Using that a lot.
good. That makes me very happy. Again,
It's a great thing. It's a great phrase because
Yes, it
it's
is.
just it's very not necessarily non-committal, but it's not desperate.
Exactly. That's the whole point. You're confident, and you're a resource for them, where you're offering to help them. So,
Hold on, got a contact.
Hayload has become the hay lead.
Banshees, fast and move.
Break off, now!
Come here.
Watch yourself! Hold the thruster, hang on! Get a hold of him!
thanks.
Negative, we're going down!
Sorry about that. I forgot about this. How could I have forgotten Halo, man? I feel terrible.
You shot me.
Was
Fine,
oh
guys.
whoops I was
Shoot
this
that thing? Do you have the grenade launcher?
oh I do have a grenade launcher.
Oh, man.
Oh
Get in.
crap. I was not paying attention.
Find some cover.
Turn around.
Sniper.
Ow.
So what other video games did you play growing up besides Mortal Kombat and Halo?
Street Fighter. That guy's coming in. Kicker to let's see. Kicker to Azuric to
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever play any of the?
Oh, I didn't realize you were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I started looking at your screen, and then they flanked me. All right.
Find some cover.
Yeah, so Age of Empires. What's that? Sports games. Ooh, man. It's a jet. It's a drop ship. A drop ship, or is it a... Nope, it's a sniper right there.
Yeah, I think that's what got me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you back?
Yeah, back. Oh, he's gonna snipe me again.
Right there, I got him. Ha ha ha.
I'm gonna have eyes toward the left here.
You got the sniper now.
Yeah, I think that's like my default weapon.
Back in the day, used to go into the water and flank them that way. Oh man, I've forgotten this game. Oh, this is embarrassing. I've forgotten. Oh, this used to be my jam.
Thanks. Snuck up on a sniper there. Oh, I see ya. Yeah.
Oh, 3 bullets. Oh, the other one's blank.
Ooh. Whoa. Oh, snap.
The joys of bonding over here.
It's
so funny how it becomes like very intense, and so then we. All right.
It's so hard not to go brain dead when playing this. Just like completely focus on it.
Yeah. So we got it.
Valiant effort.
Yep.
You can totally see that from my vantage point. You got him though, I think. Oh no. Oh my god. Woo. Teamwork.
Very nice.
Oh crud! More around the corner here.
Yeah.
Big guy and two little guys. I don't remember the names of any of the enemies. Big guy with the bomb, with the grenade launcher, and
Ow! Yeah, you're right.
little grunts.
Oh, sniper.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Hello.
Chief, can you hear? My bird's down.
Let's see.
Half a plane down from your
So
position.
mostly, we're working on some not really fan fiction. We're working on some fun, independent projects.
Cool. Are those things you can't quite talk about yet, or is?
Yeah, we're also doing some documentaries.
Okay.
Those are very fun and interesting. We're doing some. Whoa, bad sniper.
See where? Oh, there he
Yeah.
is. There he is. Oh, jeez.
Ah!
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh.
Even crouching.
There
There's
we go.
multiple snipers. That's the problem.
Oh, I got one. Where's?
All right, tell you what. Here we go. See him? I think I got him.
Oh.
Come on, you dumb apes. You want breakfast? You gotta catch it.
For us. away. Got it.
Oh crap. Oh. Guys in the ooh shoot. There's some guys in the ravine here. Oh geez.
Hit him?
Nope.
Okay.
Throw a grenade down there though.
Yeah, same.
Might. Oh crap. I got sniped.
Wow.
You want breakfast? You gotta catch it.
Oh, crap.
Run away!
Got him. So you're up top?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Get that sniper.
Ooh, whoops. Oh, there he is. I got
Did you get him?
Yep. Got that one at least. Let's see if there's any more. Oh,
Oh.
big guy. Out of ammo.
Did you get the big guy? Oh,
Nope,
there he is.
I did not. Oh, there we go. Oh, crap.
Sniper got me again.
Can't just...
Frustration. All right, there we go. Now, sniper, there you are. You see him while I'm shooting up at him?
Kind of. I think I'm hitting his feet. Oh, wait.
Good.
Nice. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, shoot. There's one right up there.
Where is he?
He's like on the trees. Right there. Got him.
Wow. Flipping the wrong tree. Alright, on bait.
Where's... Has Johnson been captured yet?
Stop. Stop the couple grenades.
Oop. Nah, that was a terrible grenade. They shot my grenade out of the air.
Sniper's not missing. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! What?
Oh, what? Where was that from?
Ah, this guy right here. You see him? Right by me? He's
Oh,
hiding.
what?
He's hiding.
What?
He's a lurker.
You.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That's some great AI.
That was. Okay.
Lesson learned.
There's the pelican. Hello. Equipment?
Echo 5-1, this is Crow's Nest. Echo 5-1, please respond. Hocus, 5-1 is down. Over.
There we go. Let's see. Where are we going down the river? Down that one.
No, isn't there? Why isn't there a little triangle telling us where to go?
Nope.
Oh, oh, no, no, no.
No, I did not just do that. I just don't believe I just did that with a sniper rifle. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Whoop. Well,
Alright.
I don't think this is the way.
Yeah, well, the river's not the way either. So. Alright.
Guess it's this way.
Stop firing!
Oh, yeah, that's where all the enemies are. Far the right way. Nice.
Roar.
Just went in there Rambo style.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
There's 3 for shield over there.
Hmm.
You see him?
You're big. That's still not worthy.
Nice.
Dead. Leave me alone.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Got cocky.
You got. Let's see. We fell down. We gotta go back up.
Ah.
Crap. A lot of dead over here. Alright. Going this way.
Ah, here we go.
I said God.
Let's get up there. Nope. Let's see here. Huzzah. Alright, wait.
Just a little bit further.
Alright.
My God.
See how they bait their trap? I will help you spring it.
Isn't this where one of us drives a tank?
I think so.
Yeah.
Tank or the whatever warthog.
Oh, they see us.
Oh no 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 no!
Ow! What was that?
No idea.
Snipers.
Heck, where are these guys?
They're all over the place, dude. Alright, you know what? Time to get rid of that for you. Move that for you.
There he is.
Wow, he just moved over to shoot.
We should wait. There he is. Let me help.
Ah, we're behind cover.
Wow.
Clever.
Big bully.
Oh, grenade launcher. To the face.
Oh. Yes. Oh god. See a guy running over with one of those hammers. Oh, crap.
Let's have a look. He's dead?
Heck with this. I'm going down.
It's on.
I think so.
Oh, somebody got me. Oh, that's what got me.
Yeah, that big guy.
Drop ship.
Oh god, he's got the hammer.
In the drop ship. Oh, man.
Well, yeah, if they're just gonna run up with a big hammer, sure. Oops, sorry.
I was looking for him. I was looking for the guy with the hammer. I never saw him.
I think
trying
he
to take him
comes.
out.
I think he comes by later in the wave or whatever. 'Cause I saw him like running across that platform earlier. Oh, jeez.
What did this? Grenade launcher?
Yeah, I think there's a grenade launcher guy in there. Yep.
Alright, come on back. I got him.
I think a guy got me from the left. Oh, there he is. This guy down here is not even turning my reticle red, and he's hitting me.
That sucks.
Ah, come on.
Alright, give him the jewels, are they?
Mm-mm.
Alright, tell you what. I'll go down and you snipe.
Alright,
Sound good?
well,
Or do you want to go
it
down?
would be good if I had many bullets left.
How many do you have?
Not many.
How many do you have?
Less than a dozen.
I've got 6.
Alright.
Alright, I've got a needler. Alright, do you want to go down or do you want me to go down?
I'll stay up here.
Okay. Cover me with the guy that's going to snipe me. And I will
Perhaps we should wait.
take these guys out.
Oh,
Good shot.
this guy. Oh. Oh, let me back up. Get you back. That guy.
Did we both die?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, there's a drop ship. More bad guys.
Oh, out of sniper ammo.
Ah.
Alright, I'm going down.
Alright. What are you doing now?
Looking.
One up there. One up the side.
Okay, alright. Up. Oh shoot, he was behind the box. Woo! Nice.
Run away!
Clean house in here.
Here you go.
Oh. Oh. Phew.
Oh.
Ooh.
Going this way. What?
Underneath. Alright.
That's cool. I never knew about this way.
Nice.
Did you ever know about underneath?
Mm-mm. This is probably only my second time playing this level. Oh, jeez.
Great. And we just got wiped.
Ugh.
Oh, it started so.
Yeah. It is 9:46.
What time do we?
When did we start? Like 7 or so. So we're well over
Yes.
what we originally said.
Sure.
So call it whenever. Oh man, this is all right. I feel like this is not quite. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. Maybe there's a thing over. Oh, can like flank them.
Yep.
All right. Oh, they still snipe me.
Whoa.
Oh, checkpoint. Nice.
Ow. Whoa. That was ugly. Okay, so you just want to get in there.
I found it!
Ah,
Oh, really?
man.
Jeez.
I think we got a checkpoint not that long ago. Yeah, here we go.
There you are!
Oh, come on.
Get the arbiter!
It's not-
Gotcha!
Cool.
Pick it up on you.
Oh god.
See 'em?
Oh, where?
They're all on the side. Here, back up.
Oh, I see. I see. Oh, yeah, there they go.
Back up. Okay.
Ah, more flank.
Here he is. Let me help. Flare.
Come on.
I've lost my Halo edge.
Coming in this side makes a little more sense. Getting the element of surprise on them. Let's see. Yeah.
That guy.
Oh crap. I'm gonna try going underneath again.
That was pretty cool.
More guys down here. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh.
That blew me up.
What?
Fear the pink mist. That's
Wonder.
because we've been sniped so much.
Oh.
Jeez, seriously?
Ah, what?
Dude, seriously, deadly sniper, man. That is nuts.
Right. Whoops,
Taking out these snipers.
Ah.
Oh. Down below.
This guy's has ungodly range.
Yeah.
This is
We're better
ridiculous.
with this rifle.
Oh crap.
No. I must defeat them.
Ah, ah. Oh, jeez.
Got you there. Who's getting me? Who's getting me? Where's
Oh,
another
have two
sniper?
left. Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy is getting me.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I think I got him.
Yeah, you did. button. Grenade launcher?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get that grenade launcher.
Leave me be!
Oh. Oh, sorry. Hang out back here. All right. Checkpoint.
Oh, good.
Wonder... No.
Hold the pack in formation.
Oh crap. Oh crap. Ooh. Ooh, crap.
Good, do it.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Ah, I got him.
Yes.
I'm taking that hammer.
Sure.
Ooh, swap for invincibility. Sure.
Hello, bubble shield.
Where's that? Where's that hammer?
Stay steady, still.
Want some now?
Save yourself!
Not so fun when I do it, is it? Ah.
You and all the elites will die on.
Oh, snap.
Grenade throw!
Got him.
To get that hammer back. And, ooh, regenerator. Wait, where? There it is.
Oh no! Let's get a hammer!
I hear them.
Oop.
You get it?
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Anything else here? There's gotta be some snipers around. Up. Some guys.
Yeah.
Some little grunts, but I don't see any snipers.
I'm pretty sure we killed them all.
Checkpoint at least.
Right here.
I don't even remember what the objective is anymore. Save a guy from a thing.
Go through the door.
Hmm. Maybe.
Is it up top? It's up top.
Come on! This isn't as fun as it looks. Cut the power!
Oh.
Bruce, we're gonna gut it!
Ooh, what is this?
Gotta get back out there.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's the sniper rifle.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. We're even, long as we're only counting today. Kilo 2-3, what's your ETA?
Yeah.
Imminent,
Well,
Sergeant.
there we go.
Find some cover. Got a clear path.
Roger that, Hocus. Friendly gunship coming in hot.
Phantom, inbound! You're mine! Hey.
Oh. Oh, pretty easily. feet pretty easily.
Each leg. Focus. Phantom.
See him. Stand by. Going loud. Everyone down. Rats 1 Phantom. Rats 2.
That. Yeah. All right. Looks like these guys know where they're going.
Shotgun. Here comes the big gun.
Ah.
I could use a ride.
Whew. Get it. Whew.
Man, I did not remember any of the maps. I can't believe it's been that long. I don't remember.
Right. Well, that's probably as good a time to call it as any.
Yes.
Dropship.
That's the end of a successful mission. Sorry I stopped talking about stuff. I just got Halo focused, and you know how it goes after that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
All
right. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for playing video games. Thanks
streaming.
And streaming.
My pleasure, man.
Yeah, it was
anytime.
a lot of fun. We'll have to have September come with you next time.
Yes,
Sorry she couldn't make it.
Yes, and we'll be back together, and then we'll play Mario World, and she'll be much better at that game than I am.
Yeah.
I used to be good at Halo. I guess I guess I need to practice.
Yeah.
I need to get my Halo skills back. And actually, Destiny 2. I need to go ahead and
Oh, yeah.
That's what we should play next time.
Yeah, do some Destiny 2.
Yes. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Iron Guard. Say the lines along with the, the
Well,
character.
it's mostly the...
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Terminus has been very good for the neighborhood. It's been very good for my career and September's career, and we're excited about next year as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm also excited about your future endeavors. You've got a great voice, Corey. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. You've got a hero's voice, but also a villain's, which means you get double the roles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. And let's see, is there anything else that we can talk about?
Anything you want to plug at the last minute?
The Neighborhood, neighborhoodstudioatlanta.com. Feel free to check out our website, and then, of course, check out what you might be interested in. Acting for Action is phenomenal. Tactical training for film and television is an incredible experience. You learn Krav Maga, knife fighting, gun katas and gun fu, and then you learn how to clear rooms like SWAT tactics and things like that. And most importantly, you learn how to do them where it's safe for film and television. We've got yoga, yoga fire, yoga flame. So in terms of being a creative, there are a lot of ups and downs in the industry, and so it helps keep you calm and centered. And we're all about helping people protect their psyche, especially in this day and age where things can be very, very stressful and people can feel very anxious.
Yeah.
We're all about we're a safe, fun, creative environment. So I'm definitely happy to welcome anybody to come check us out at the Neighborhood. And more importantly, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to call us anytime. You can always call or text me, 678-561-HUGE. 678-561-4843, and that's my number, Bob Carter. Thank you again, Corey.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Had a blast here.
Bye, everybody. This is so awkward like this.